What is up, crypto legends? What a major drop yesterday with Bitcoin. Yesterday, this morning, depending on where you're at in this amazing world. Let's analyze the situation, guys. Today I got a special one for you guys. It's a very, very special one. We're going to analyze the situation to understand where we currently can be in this market cycle. Now, yes, we are starting to see all the massive bearishness out there and calling for 12K, 9K, right? All of these calls are coming right now into social media, you name it, Twitter, YouTube. We can see it everywhere, which is very interesting to see, right? We need that bearish sentiment. We need the bullish sentiment when we're going up. We need the bearish sentiment when we're going down, which is absolutely phenomenal, right? Calling for those crazy levels, such as 35, 40K, right? If we were to have that continuation, okay, no doubt we were in a bullish structure. I was one of the guys that thought, hey, you know, we do have a chance to break above $32,000. You know, I strongly believe, you know, we do have a chance. Everything pointed out that that was very much a possibility. We had some great on-chain data that was, you know, seeing that there's no real selling pressure here. And that could still be very much possible, guys. And I'm going to explain it today with Elliott wave theory. Now, there's a fresh, clean chart here on the daily on Bitcoin. No levels, no nothing. We're just going to go here simple and explain the timing from the cycle and explaining a bit of Elliott wave theory, you know, the uptrends, the downtrends, the breaking of structure. How long can this downtrend last? Is this the end, okay, of the uptrend and we're starting a downtrend? There's a possibility that yes, and there's a possibility that no. We just need to understand that there are opportunities on both scenarios. So we need to be on both of the scenarios, okay, where that opportunity zone is. And this is going to be explained in this live stream. So I want you to get your popcorn, get your coffee or get your beer or get whatever. And chill out, guys, because I've got a banging live stream for you guys here. We're going to go through the market structure, the market cycle, the market timing, how to time where we at, and where we can see, you know, there's obviously a bullish and a bearish case scenario. You know, as traders, we need to take a look at bullish and bearish case. I'm going to talk about as well how I have been neutral inside of these large moves. I did not make any money on this drop, but I also didn't lose any money, which is very much more important, right? When you're trading, this is the moment where people get wrecked. You know, these are the events where people get wrecked. I am usually neutral in these events. Why? Because I am not a swing trader. I very much longed the bottom here with the Legends community. However, I took profits at round about this range when it pumped $1,000. I shorted the market here as well with the Legends at 31,800 range. It was more like 31,500. I took profits right over here. As a day trader, my trades last a few days potentially, but not several weeks or several months, because I day trade. And the Legends community very much know that. I am pretty neutral. This is the moment where, you know, people get excited, volatility is back in, but you know, where I do my best trading is inside of this zone, inside of areas that I do have levels, not in massive pumps or falling knives. I am relatively neutral here. You know, I'm not like FOMOing into the short, you know, and if I do get into a long position, I'm very, very cautious and very, very protective if we do get a base. But like I said, you know, in these movements, you know, I am pretty neutral. I do not make or do not lose any capital in these events. So right now we're going to get into some nice ranges where I'm going to do some excellent trading, right? As the Legends community know. So these kind of large movements, just to let you know, they're just a kind of a non-event for me, right? So anyway, let's go here right away with what is going on in this market cycle. Will Bitcoin make a new yearly high? I asked this same question yesterday and 61% of people said yes. let me ask the same question right away, okay? Let's make this a fun show as well, but overall we're going to concentrate on the timing, guys. You don't know how important timing is in the market. And I'm going to just show you some levels right now that you're going to be absolutely mind blown. You're saying, wow, we're actually mirroring the previous cycle with timing. You're going to be mind blown, guys, because the timing of the movements that I'm going to show you are happening in this cycle as well. Okay, so I want you to pay closer attention so you can understand where we currently at, basically, or where we could be at, right? So, yo, Dota, how are you doing? Mariela Porto, thanks for joining the stream. Thank you for joining. We got Pac-Man here also in the stream. Yeah, but guys, make sure to destroy that like button, okay? Overall, share some love, okay? Get that algorithm pumping, because what I got for you here today is absolutely golden, right? You know, probably haven't seen anybody going to talk about what I'm about to talk. I've been doing a thorough analysis for the last few hours, trying to understand, you know, where we at in the market, because I was one of those that actually believed, you know, that there is a chance in breaking through this resistance zone. However, I still believe it is possible, but the probabilities are going lower right now. So we need to understand what is going on and where we're at. Right, so just going to say hello here in the comment section. Adam, Bybit just wrecked me because they dropped to 24,200, far more than everybody else. What a mess. Scam wicked out. It's not Bybit. It's understanding that futures exchanges, right, they have more volatility than the spot exchanges. It is a simple theory. It's not only Bybit. Don't blame Bybit. Bybit is my favorite #1 crypto trading platform. Then it's Bitflex, of course. Talking about them, of course, you know, you have a great affiliate link down below where you do get a great bonus. The good thing about Bybit, you do get a $30,000 worth of bonus. You know, it's a great trading platform. I've been using it for many years. For the last year, I've been using Bitflex, which is also really good. The good thing about Bitflex, there's no KYC required. I got a full video tutorial to learn how to use the exchange. They also do spot trading, okay, so you can buy and, you know, withdraw to your portfolio. Both of those exchanges, you've got a link down below, both for trading, both for spot trading as well. But talking about this, you know, I've got the first comment. I need to answer this because, hey, it's futures. It's not only Bybit. If you go to Bitcoin US dollar perpetual on Bybit, on Binance, on OKX, on Deribit, on BitGet, you know, you choose which one. Binance. You know, we have the wick all the way down here also to around about 24,400, you know, even lower. It's on futures exchange. Binance, OKX as well. Look at it right there. 24,400 range. Which one else? Deribit. Right, even further down, 24,000. It's not only on Bybit, you know, it's on futures, right? It's on derivatives exchanges where we do have liquidation events happening beneath the low, right? If you do take a look at spot crypto platforms, such as Binance on spot, such as Coinbase on spot, you know, we didn't have the wick down below, okay? But on the rest of futures, you know, on leverage trading, you know, platforms, it's been in every single one, okay? You can take a look at, you know, all the different ones. BitGet also dipping below here, 24,400. So yes, there could be a couple of hundred of different, but this is a massive event of liquidation, all right? Just want to let you know there. Very important to note. So it's not only Bybit. Don't blame just one exchange. Some might have more movements than others, but this was basically based on futures exchange and, you know, spot exchange. There's a little bit of a difference because of liquidations, basically, nothing else. Right, let's go right away. Continue with the comment section. I really want to go through most of the comments, but I've got something important here, guys. I'm just letting some people join the live stream and you to pay very thorough attention. Come on, guys, let's get to over 150 likes, and I'm going to start with this timing and Elliott wave theory so you can understand where we could potentially be in the market and what is to come ahead in the coming months. Yes, we will do some short-term analysis and talk about some levels and scenarios looking at the lower time frame. I've got a nice fresh clean chart here so we can analyze the levels all together on the stream, okay, after talking about the timing on Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci time here. Very important, okay, guys? Yo, Simon Jones, how are you doing? Thanks needed this, says Dippin. Hello, Dippin. Hello, Simon. Microwave, Nensuds, hello. That happens on smaller exchanges. It happens on futures and spot. They're very, very different. Rule number 1. Hello, Andy, Daniel. Hello, Scene. Sean, how are you doing? Hash Ribbon printed a buy signal. Hey, this is good time to buy, says your privacy in risk. Yeah, absolutely. I did buy some Bitcoin today. Not much, I want to do the dollar cost average, because I think much lower can happen, but also we could bounce from this zone here. Maybe we can dip beneath $25,000, going to $22,000 range potentially, and then get the bounce, guys. All of this will be explained in the stream, looking at timing, looking at Elliott wave theory. All right. Elliott wave theory, you can always have a bullish case and a bearish case, because there can be a lot of faults on the counting. But we'll go through that right away. Throat is getting dry now. Too much talking and less analysis. Hi from Spain. Espe, how are you doing? 24K next. Yes, possibly. Right. Hello, everybody. Andy, I can't see you. Yes, I am here. Tortuga, Esperanza, little pump and another dump. Yeah, very possible as well. We'll take a look at lower time frames, guys, but we need to understand where we at on the higher time frames, right? Fact, it is bearish. We broke market structure with bear divergence on the weekly, so it's dangerous, says Poseidon. Absolutely. Right. Right, let's back to the top 3 and Legends team. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, we're not doing that great. Unfortunately, we are ranked around about 55 or so last time I saw it on the World Series of Trading. We're doing okay. I mean, there's 860 odd teams. It's a big competition. There's a lot of top traders and teams, but overall we ain't doing that bad. I thought we were going to do better. A lot of people got wrecked by the looks of things as well, but I can't do that. I can't do anything about that. Anyway, diving in here, guys. How are you, Aditya? How are you doing? Like button is bearish. 325 people. Yes, it is. Let's get to 150 likes, guys, and then we cracking on, okay, with this theory that I got. And it's going to be mind-blowing because history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. You must have heard that, so many times that you want to shoot somebody, after hearing him saying that. But, yeah, I just want to go through how, they're very similar movements, and we can understand with, past performance what could happen, in the future. So, Bybit liquidity way down from a couple of years ago, so more scam wicks to be expected. Yeah, Bybit liquidity is still very high. It's still in the top 3, okay? It's still in the top 3. So, yeah. Derivatives exchanges, yeah, it's in the top 2. So, I mean, the volume, open interest and volume, 24-hour volume, 20 million. Yeah, I mean, it's still in the top 2. It's top 2, basically. 20 billion low. Yeah, I mean, come on, obviously it's nothing to do with the traditional stock market, right? But 20 billion is relatively good for volume for a cryptocurrency exchange. So not low. Hi Andy, I do trade altcoins only. Can you explain me why, please, the analysis on altcoins too, and I consistently? And if consistently, I would like to join your Legends family. Fabio, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I concentrate more on Bitcoin. We can take a look at Ethereum sometimes as well, but 90% of my trading is based on Bitcoin. I'm happy to do a few trades a month, and I can show you how you can trade as well. And this is what is basically done on the Legends community: how I read the market, how I make my risk management, and obviously how you can learn also on how I can be consistent just by making a few trades a month, right? A couple of trades a week, or even a few trades a week, getting into really nice specific levels. And like I said, I'm more of a day trader, not a swing trader. So these events, unless I am in a, holding the short position that I entered here, or holding the long position that I entered here, I'm going to miss out on this massive move, but it's a day trade. I use a little bit of more leverage, and those small percentage moves is where I make the gains. I'm not too interested. This is more for swing trading, in my opinion. I'm pretty neutral with these events. I like these zones. Here is where I make my gains, and these movements right there is where I make my gains, and with these massive moves up and down that happen in a matter of 1 or 2 days, I'm pretty out from those events. I know they're dangerous, or I know they can be very rewarding. You know, I don't know how many millions. It was like $1 billion in liquidations in crypto. I think only just Bitcoin was just over 500 million, right? In just 24 hours. So absolutely crazy, guys. A lot of people lost a lot of money the last 24 hours. They got absolutely burned. And you name some YouTubers out there that are kind of long in here at this range and adding to the position. I know there is a lot of them out there that I've been talking about. I'm long in, swing long position. I'm adding to a swing long. I'm adding to a swing long. And, you know, you can name them down below in the description. There's no way I'm going to do a swing long position all the way up here and adding to the position. I'm either in or I'm out the market, right? In or stopped out. You know, this thing about being underwater and expecting the best for the next coming weeks. Yeah, I did that once in 2019. It ended up very, very bad. So I'm not doing that kind of trading. And, you know, seeing these YouTubers as well, I'm not going to tell you any names, but I know there's some out there for sure. You can name them in the comment section if you want. Think about, heavily underwater and adding to the position, stuff like that. You know, just, hey, we do not know how this drop can end. You know, who knows? What about 9K? Are you going to add to the position all the way down to, I don't know. Who knows where we're going to go, right? It's just a crazy way to trade, guys, and just got to be honest. I lost all my savings. I lost my all savings, says Crypto High. I hope that is a joke. You know, like I said, I am neutral in these events. These events for me are just a big nothing nada, big nothing burger, right? It's just we pump, yes, very wow, very, volatility. People get excited or people get very scared. You know, I usually do not make or lose anything here, right? It's just a big, like I said, the Legends community do know that anyway. So anyway, let's, we got 150 likes. We can go. Samuel is a coach on the Legends community. Samuel does analysis on Solana. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We can do a little bit more altcoin as well, but I'm really focused on Bitcoin as well. I'm just a very conservative, high quality risk management trader that I'm looking for the great, nice opportunities. And if I don't like my stop loss, I'm not going to enter the trade, simple as that. If I'm not sure about my stop loss, I don't enter the trade. So, yeah, guys, let's dive in. All right, we can see a few of them here. Best trade now is no trade. John Javer, we got a few names here from some swing long positions from the top guys. No names, of course. There's no hate for no one. Absolutely not. It's just not, for me, it's not a great way to trade. We do not know how severe this drop can be, right? Market goes up very nicely, but it can drop as well in very, very sharply. So we just need to be careful. My rule here is in the Legends community also is protect the capital from the traders. Share with them what I do best, which is risk management. If your risk management is out the window, your funds are going to go out the window as well. So super important. And just stay away with these massive movements. Just stay away. Wait for a small consolidation. Then we're going to get some nice levels. We're going to get those great trades. It's just how it happens. Okay. Are you holding spot BTC? Yeah, I always hold spot BTC. Always. Yeah. I've been holding spot BTC since 2018. Sold some here, bought some more here. I did sell a little bit up here. I was starting to buy and then we got a drop. So what is going to happen here? Very likely, I'm going to start buying, I did buy some Bitcoin today. I'm going to do some aggressive dollar cost averaging, okay, for the next coming weeks and few months, because we might be buying, we might be getting into a great buying opportunity zone, right, for the next weeks. Whether we do go to 10K or not, guys, we don't really know. But, 26K, 22K, 19K, I'm not sure if we're going to go that low, to be honest, but it's time to dollar cost average down. We don't know where the bottom is going to be. So what you can do is buy until you get the rally, right? Until we enter that bull market cycle. Anyway, guys, let's go. In your opinion, is there an entry right now? For me, we were going to do a little bit of analysis here on the lower time frames, okay? But Right now we got to 150 likes, and right now we're gonna. This is just a classic dead cat bounce. I will explain how, you know, we are likely going to come down to the lows or very close to it. It's just a high probability. Usually when we have these high volume movements down, they usually tend to get filled, you know, or partially filled, right? So yes, whether we do have the movement down now or where we have a small little leg up first and then down, it's just likely to happen. We're going to get close to the lows, and that is just proven more than 95% of the times it happens when you have these severe drops with high volume. You get very close to the lows. If not, you actually take the lows, right? It's, you know, you will not get a V-shaped recovery here. It's unlikely. It's basically never happened, right, in these kind of events. You might see one or two, but like I said, 95% of the times, you know, you do come down close to the lows here on a dead cat bounce. You know, the thing here of having a recovery right now like this is just far away from reality, right? It doesn't usually happen. Very, very rarely. You might see it once, right, in 1 year or 2 years or even 3 years. I've been checking the charts, and we can take a look at that, and I can, you know, share with you, hey, every time we have a high volume move down, you come back down and test the lows or get close to it, okay? Sometimes you get close to it. We can see multiple examples. But right now, it is time for this. It is time to take a look at this, guys. We have 500 watching. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Smash up the like button. It is time right now to go straight through, okay, what I think about the market cycle. Where we at right now? Andy, are we going to go down to 12K, right? We are seeing, you know, all these predictions right now on Twitter come back again. And what I want to share with you here, we are getting the drop right now. We're getting a bit of a drop. So, yeah, like I said, dead cat bounce. We're probably going to get close to the lows. We might create an ABC. But, yeah, these lows are likely to be hit at some point in the coming days. We need to talk about DXY as well. Because DXY, you know, if we break the resistance, guys, by next week, you know, obviously Bitcoin will be more bearish. We'll go through that theory in just a second. Let's go with the market cycle. That is it. I'm not going to get nice analysis. Thank you. BTC is down now. Yeah, it's moving down. We're probably going to test the lows. Maybe today, maybe in the next couple of days. It's a dead cat bounce. So you go and test the lows most of the time. So, right, let's go, guys. Not enough of reading the comment section. I need to go here and focus on this, all right? This is what I need to focus on with you guys. If you take a look at the previous cycle top in 2017, which was in December, and this one right over here, which was in November of 2021, there's actually almost exactly 4 years, right? There's 4 years from top to top, right? This is why the thing about 4-year cycle. So far, the 4-year cycle has been happening during the last, you know, every 4 years, right, on Bitcoin. Something curious about Bitcoin top to bottom. What is the timing? We're going to talk about the timing first, guys. Then we'll go through some Elliott wave theory scenarios, all right? So I need you to pay close attention if you want to know exactly where we are in the market and what are the possibilities for the next coming months. You need to pay attention to this, all right? So yes, we do have the tops here. How long did it take for Bitcoin in the previous cycle to reach the bottom, guys? Let me know those answers. Let me know those answers in the comment section. You can see it on the chart, basically. It was exactly 1 year. There was 1 year from the top, okay, to the bottom from the previous cycle. What about this cycle? How long did it take to go from the top to the bottom, guys? November of 2021, November of 2022. 1 year, guys. It was exactly 1 year from top to bottom. If you would have just thought that this cycle we are going to take 1 year exactly to go from the top to the bottom, you would have said, yes, previous performance doesn't mean future, performance. History doesn't repeat. It does, right? Forget about that 4-year cycle nonsense. Hey, we have this here, right? And this is only the beginning. Wait a second, guys, because we got some really powerful stuff here that could actually tell us where we are in this cycle, right? You want to know where we at, right? We want to know predictions. We want to know analysis and probabilities on what could happen in the months ahead. That's what you want to know. I want to know. I've been doing thorough analysis to understand this, all right? You probably knew this already, but now you know it. Okay, 1 year, 345 days. Yeah, approximately about 1 year, right? So this has been 1 year. Look at the strength of Bitcoin Cash. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at that right away here for Dennis. But we don't want to get distracted. I'm getting distracted with the comment section now, guys. So come on. It's not that. You lied to me. What do you mean the strength of Bitcoin Cash? You lied. Anyway, going back here. 1 year, right? From top to bottom. Now, from the bottom from the previous cycle, from the bottom of the previous cycle in December, how long did it take to get to the top here? It was round about June, July. So we could arguably discuss in between 6 and 7 months, right? 6 and 7 months till the bottom formation, give or take, right? A few weeks because the bottom formation was like this, right? Give or take a few weeks. It was approximately 7 months of a rally. Guess how long it took Bitcoin to go from the bottom to this top over here? It also took approximately 7 months, right? So that's been a 7-month rally here. 7-month rally approximately, okay, give or take. There might be a couple of weeks of difference, but the timing is very, very similar, right? The timing is very similar. So far we have been mirroring the timing from the previous cycle, from the top to the bottom to this first rally, right? So hit the like button, guys. Absolutely. We're just analyzing the situation to see where we could be in this cycle, all right? So going with this theory, no doubt that, I was expecting a potential break of this neckline. In the case of the last bear market, it did happen. We had this rally that actually broke the strongest neckline from the previous cycle. So on here, you could say, okay, this was not the same. So Fibonacci timing, right? Timing is very much more important, I think, than the actual movements on the chart. The timing is very important. So let's go right away on, what if this has been, right? Because if this was the bottom, I know there's a lot of people. Let me ask you in the comment section here on a poll. I'm going to do a poll right now as we continue with this, guys. Right? Do you think the bottom is 15.5K for Bitcoin? Let me know. Guys, in the poll right away. Or do you think these other analysts, what are they? Gareth, one of them, he's calling for 12K, 9K even. We need to go with this, continue with this analysis, guys, keeping it nice and simple and easy to understand for the community. So the timing has been very similar, top to bottom, bottom to top here from the summer, right, of 2019. Perfect 4-year cycle, okay? Movements, very similar movements. So far, it's been the same. So you can't see it. You can't say history doesn't repeat. My goodness, this one is repeating. Come on. It's repeating the timing so far. So will we repeat the corrective move, right? Let's just go with that theory first. And then we'll go to look at other theories as well that I've been doing here for the last few hours here locked up in the studio, doing the thorough analysis and trying to keep it very simple for you to understand. So right over here, there is many ways to understand this market move. From the bottom, you can start with Elliott wave theory as a first wave, right? I think that is pretty clear. This is a first wave up that we had in 2019. This has been a second corrective wave. Third wave, now there's a lot of, discussion here. I've been, doing it myself, and everything can, it's quite complex. Arguably discussed this has been third, this fourth, and this fifth, because this right over here is an ABC flat, and we'll go through the theory how this could also be an ABC flat, what is happening right over here, guys. But we'll go to that now in just a second. There's a lot of theory that this has been an ABC flat. And so far, it does make a lot of sense as well. The reason why is because, from this movement down, all right, we hit the 1.23, 1.382 of the extension here. That is from an A to B point. Usually, if you reverse here, the fib extension, in between 1.236 and 1.382 is where you could finish as an C wave in a flat, okay? In a flat corrective move. So yeah, this is also a theory right there, but we'll talk about the other ones as well, because another one is, what if this was 3, this was 4, and this was 5, right? So this is where Elliott wave theory comes into a little bit more complex situation, where you have several scenarios. And there's also the scenarios right now that this is an ABC structure, right? Where this is A, this is B, and now C is going to take us below 10K, right? It's so 8K. There's different theories, of course. I think that this was an ABC flat, or you could arguably discuss that this was the ABC natural correction, which is one wave down here very aggressively, and then this one being the B and this being the C. Of course, a lot of people might think, no, because an ABC corrective move can't go beneath the fourth wave, or it goes slightly beneath fourth wave, not that much, all the way to the first wave. This is a bunch of nonsense. Of course, it can get beneath the fourth wave, a corrective move. So there's just many theories on this, right? Once you get into this stage of the market, there's just a lot of theories. So anyway, talking about this anyway, we're talking about the timing. So far, the timing has been the same. From here to here to here is the exact same timing, give or take 1 or 2 weeks, but we're talking about years of difference here, right? Months and years of difference. The timing has been exactly the same from these 3 points. So you need to understand that, right? You need to understand that has been the same from the previous cycles. So if we were going with the theory of, hey, what if right now, yes, we have broken structure. The market has been pumping for, 7 months, 7-8 months, right? Depending if you think the bottom was in December, right? July was the top, 7-8 months. It was also around about 7 months here. So we are entering into the second wave right now with this drop, with the confirmation of the break of the structure. Now, this is where it gets, interesting, because second waves can usually correct to 50% and 7-8 Fibonacci retracement. That is the usual, corrective move on Elliott wave theory for a second wave, 50% to 7-8, right? Just so you know, a lot of people might know this already, but just so you can know a little bit of, the Fibonacci most common levels for a second wave. So if we go here with the second wave, if we go with 7-8 Fibonacci from the pivot low to the pivot high, that is round about $19,000, right? This $19,000 7-8 is exactly where this low is. So that would be a kind of a wipeout liquidation event, right? And it might take a couple of months to go all the way down there. We just need to understand it's very possible. And don't think that because we have broken $25,000, because I can see you there, that this is going to be a massive bear market and we're going to 10K. That will be the ultimate trap for the bears, right? We don't want to get into that massive trap. It doesn't mean that if we break $25,000, which was the stronger neckline here, that we are going to go and see a new low, right? Because it's just like thinking here back in, 2019, when we broke here the neckline basically of this area, or the last lower high of the bear market, which was this one. It was this one right over here. This was the last lower high in the bear market. The reason why was this the last lower high? Because you did not create lower lows from this point. You were actually creating slightly higher lows. So this was, lower high, lower low, lower high, and this was still, still creating higher lows. Then you create a new low, so that turns into the lower high. So that's why this was a big major resistance zone, right? It was kind of the decision of the break of the bear market structure. It is this lower high over here. It's this one right there in 2018. So this is why you had this consolidation at this level. This was exactly $8,000, $8,200 back in the day. You had a pump, you bounced from it, you kind of, then you had this, overthrew, which was a bit crazy. And then you had C19, obviously, that got the major crash. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to create another low if you break the bear market last lower high. It doesn't mean anything, right? The bear market structure has broken. So you, from the lowest pivot point from Elliott wave theory, you can correct all the way down to the 7-8. It's absolutely okay. The bear market has finished. The structure has finished, no matter how bearish you can get afterwards. As long as you stay above this low, the problem is breaking beneath this low, of course. You could go much lower, but obviously you will be finding a bottom very soon before you enter the rally. But just so you can understand, looking at this structure, this could be the start of the second wave. And the second wave right over here, like I said, can be in between 50% and 7-8 Fibonacci, right? That is what you usually get in a second wave. So we can be prepared to, accept and know that this zone over here could be where the second wave is going to finish. And I think this could take a few months. We might get a really nice bounce here, dead cat bounce. We might recover a bit, get people bullish again, then come back down, then recover. I mean, look at all of this mess that happened back in 2019 and 2020, right? It was just several months of just, what is going on? Dump, pump, recovering, back down, back up, then back down with a C19 crash. So we could see very much choppy action here and, a lot of confusion during this corrective move that could happen now in the next coming months. What we need to understand is that the possibility of this being a second wave is very much real. It's very much real. So no doubt that, yes, we could be in the second wave. And you know the deal. After the second wave, what happens, and this would be entering into February, March of 2024, right? Potentially to find its ending of this corrective move. So we're talking about months of correction here, sideways action, potentially not creating a new high this year, right? Maybe it's not going to happen in August, not in September, maybe not, during the year, right? We're in a corrective move potentially. But we know that, what happens next could be obviously the huge massive rally for the next cycle. So we're going to see likely very boring price action, corrective move, and with this theory, it can come all the way down to $19,000 would be, very close to the low. We could get very, very close to the low. And it does make sense because there's still a lot of liquidation events, right? If the structure has broken, on a lot of the futures exchange already, this liquidation low has been happened. We got this one right over here, which is just, slightly, beneath $20,000. So it makes sense that we could actually eat up that low before finally getting into the rally, right? So yeah, in this case, we could see market recovering, a bit of sideways action, pump back up to 28K, 29K in the next coming weeks. But, the thing about recession, when is the real stock market crash going to happen? When is the recession going to be official? When is the largest bank going to fail so we can get into that recession, right? For the next, 1 to 2 years, entering into that, massive corrective move. I think overall, that event, could a recession dip Bitcoin beneath $15,000? I mean, it's definitely a possibility. Then I would go with that much larger bear market cycle situation, and then this cycle is totally different to the rest of them. But no doubt, if the moment the Bitcoin price dips beneath $15,000, that would be the absolute golden opportunity to buy. And I think everybody knows worldwide, anybody that is in crypto has been long enough here, that this is a buying level. Everybody wants to buy Bitcoin beneath $10,000. I will be selling my house, I will be selling my car, and I will be selling, everything to buy Bitcoin, right? Either everything or get broke, right? For the portfolio, basically. But it would just be a golden opportunity, in my opinion. So there is, there's multiple theories. I'm not saying that the theory of this being an ABC structure, as this market cycle, we've been seeing Bitcoin pumping since 2010, right? Since it existed, and it hasn't entered a proper bear market, right? We've had, arguably discussed 5 waves to the upside since 2010. We could take a look at the Brave New Coin if you wish. And there is a theory that Bitcoin has never been in a proper worldwide recession. The C19 was not a recession. It was just a flash crash, a bit of panic crash. Then the money printer started going brrr, and then there was billions and billions of dollars and trillions for everybody. So we were kind of saved, right? And we entered a massive rally, for the stock market, for Bitcoin. So that was not really a recession. It was just a flash crash, a bit of panic moment for a few weeks, but then everything recovered very nicely. We haven't seen a proper recession. Bitcoin hasn't seen a proper recession, such as 2008, right? So, I'm not saying that is not possible, that we could get into this massive corrective move for not even, not months more, even a couple of years more of a corrective move. Just leave it as it's a possibility, as a trader, as a, technical analyst guy, I do see the different possibilities. However, if we were to come all the way down here, guys, there is definitely a possibility of getting into a swing long position. No, not going to lie. There is even one right over here. We did actually create on the other exchanges such as Bybit, the futures exchanges, we have created that basically swing failure pattern right from the low. I was sleeping at that level, so I would have jumped into that long, just like a lion in, in the jungle, ready to, eat its food, right? But basically we did kind of had that liquidity grab. These liquidity grabs are just a great longing opportunity. I was asleep, this usually happens. It's happened to me for the last few weeks. The interesting moves happen when I'm sleeping, come on. I'm going to start sleeping during daytime and being awake during night, because it's where we have the most interesting moves. It's apparently China, is Asia is the stock market. They have more money than the US now, and they can move the market much more than the US. So I mean, the interesting moves happen during night, which is I'm going to have to start sleeping during daytime and trading during nighttime, because this is where we have the really nice moves. But basically, yeah, this is what happened, right? Liquidity grab, that is a long entry, no doubt. So this is also another event that could happen here, right? So this is a level that we need to be extremely cautious about. This might be the greatest swing long position. There's a lot of people got into swing long positions here. I would have taken profits, especially when we get this movement down. This is a moment of weakness, and this is a moment, okay, you didn't take profit at 30K, but you're taking it at 26K. So, take profits if you're longing from here as you're breaking structure, because this is what could happen, right? And then you're like, oh, why didn't I take profits up here? It's obviously an alarming sign of weakness to say, all right, okay, from my longs, I'm taking profits now. The uptrend is kind of finishing. So what we could enter here is a great, bear market structure here for the next coming months. And, there are some crucial pivot levels where there could be great opportunities as a swing trade position, right? So if we do take a look at Fibonacci, for example, 7-8 could be a target zone for the second wave end, right? I do strongly believe that the bottom is in still, and even we could come down to 19K, which for me would just be absolutely crazy. I think that there's a good swing long position opportunity at that low, no doubt. 10K, 12K, even 15K, I think will not be reached. It will not be reached. This area will not be reached. There's a lot of, there's a lot. We're gonna see it all the time now for the next coming weeks, guys. Be prepared for the massive bears to come out on Twitter. We're gonna probably see what's his name, Il Capo on Twitter, coming back on Twitter, talking about the bearish scenarios. So, and obviously at some point, the price will reverse. The price will not reach that 10K or 12K zone, because it's just going to be so bearish, and people are going to be so bearish and massive bearishness everywhere that that level will just likely not be hit, and then the rally will happen. So there is a bullish case scenario. What if I told you all of this is just an absolute nothing burger? We are not even going to go to 20K, right? This has just been part of a corrective move. Get people scared. The rally is to continue in the coming weeks. Of course, DXY is where DXY comes to play. DXY here is at a crucial level of resistance. Yes, this is the moment, this is the pivot point that if we break above this lower high, the market structure changes for the DXY, and it could enter a huge, massive recovery in the months ahead. And of course, this is what will trigger that continuation of the bear market, this bear market structure, second wave, if you wish, on Bitcoin. No doubt that this is the possibility that could happen. But what if the DXY gets resistance at this level, guys? What if the DXY is not going to manage to break the structure of its downtrend that it's had since October of 2022? What happens if we cannot break the structure and continue the downward structure here? I can already tell you that Bitcoin will recover. Bitcoin will recover. But Andy, you've been talking about this theory right now. What's going on? You're getting me confused. It is true. Bitcoin has a negative correlation with the DXY. And if the DXY drops, Bitcoin will enter a rally. If the DXY rallies, then Bitcoin will drop. There has been a correlation for years like this. It has always been like that. There's only been maybe a week or two of difference, from rallies with the DXY and Bitcoin. They have an insane negative correlation with 99%, exact rate. It's absolutely crazy. We can go through this. We've gone through this, before. We don't need to go through it again. But anyway, for any of the new viewers, there is a negative correlation, and it happens all the time. DXY drops, Bitcoin pumps. Bitcoin pumps, DXY drops. It's absolutely insane. And we need to know that that is very real. It's very real. It happens. So let me just go right away and go through that. Okay, hang on a second. I know you understand this, guys. I know most of the people understand this, but some of the people don't. So just in a nutshell, this here in the candlestick is the DXY. DXY bottom, Bitcoin top. Okay, we had this could be part of the corrective move. This is why also DXY was pumping here, but this is part of a corrective move, you like it or not. It could be a corrective move. That's why we have that theory. But as you can see here, DXY topping out here in October, November. That is when Bitcoin found his bottom and found the bottom, not his bottom, found the bottom and had a major rally, right? As the DXY was dropping. So, I mean, this crucial level where we do have on the DXY, if we start breaking the structure, obviously, we would enter a rally here for the coming months, right? DXY will enter a rally if it breaks the structure. We just need to understand that, meaning that the Bitcoin price will enter into that corrective move. So what could save, of course, the Bitcoin price in going higher levels is the DXY getting a massive corrective move here in the next coming weeks. So it's still definitely a possibility, guys. There's no, it hasn't broken the structure. We just need to understand that we're at resistance. Yes, we are about to break. Okay. Yes, we are about to break here on the DXY, the resistance level. Let me go back here to the DXY here. It is about to break. Okay. So you could arguably discuss, yes, this is going to, by next week we're broken. By next week it's rallying, right? Or maybe in the next 2 weeks it's over, right? For Bitcoin, DXY is going to rally. So, yeah, going back here, guys, make sure to destroy the like button if you've liked this theory, the analysis so far. Hopefully it's been simple to understand. Let's go with the bullish case scenario. Let's go with, Andy, what happens if we are not going to exactly repeat the last cycle? So far, yes, it's been exactly the same with timing. So yes, and there's a lot of people bearish. The bearish structure is kind of broken. So no doubt, that we could have that corrective move for the next coming months. Will it be the same? Will the bottom be, right? If we do take a look at timing here from July to March of 2020, right? That means, will we bottom in March? February, March, April, give or take a month, maybe a few weeks. Does that mean that we also going to create the bottom here for the price of Bitcoin round about March? Will it be will we also create the bottom here with timing? Because 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3 has been exact same. Will 4 be the exact same in timing? We're just going to have to see. We're just going to have to be prepared for it, right? Because if in February, March, we are trading at the 20K levels, 19K levels, I will come up with this and say, guys, hey, maybe we are very close to the bottom, guys, and we're going to get that reversal point. So, right. Okay. In your theory, COVID crash will match with a possible pre-halving crush. Yeah, possibly. I mean, possibly. There could be a black swan event in the middle of this zone, right? I know a lot of people. I can see. Do you think the bottom for Bitcoin is 15.5K? Out of 400 votes, 64% of people saying yes. So, yeah, going with this theory, guys, we're going to continue because let's go with it on the lower time frames. And let's say that, there is several ways to read this because the bottom formation was in late November of 2022. And the market moves in waves. And it's usually 5 waves to the upside, 3 waves to the downside, right? And multiple different waves inside of that, corrective move, of course. But let's go with the theory here. Now, and this is the moment where it looks a bit, looks a bit difficult, right? Because there is several ways of counting this, obviously. And there is this one right over here. Let's go with this one first. This being 1 wave right there. This being 2, this being 3, this being 4, this 5. And actually this 1 wave being here. Because this is an ABC flat. There is this, theory first, right? The 5th wave didn't hardly get to, much of an impulse. It finished in a double top, right? It finished in a double top. And we're having the ABC structure forming right now. So what have I said, here? That, we are inside the ABC structure. That it's definitely a possibility. This is possibly what we are looking at right now inside of, and it doesn't have to be like this exact, okay? It will be very, very, we're going to have to detect the low, detect the possible high, and then detect the next low over here. That can be, the timing can be quite large, right? All the way into February, March of 2024, sorry. So there is this theory over here, right? We are inside of a massive corrective move. right now, and it's going to take several months entering into 2024. So this waves, these kind of waves are going to take weeks and weeks and weeks. There's the other side here on, there's the other way of talking about the waves. And of course, from this low, this being 1 and 2. However, with the timing, it's not my preferred one. It's not my preferred way of counting it, but let's leave it as it's a possibility. This being 1 wave, this being 2, 3, 4, and 5. You might think, yeah, but the third wave needs to be the largest wave in Elliott wave theory. That is not true, okay? Third wave cannot be the shortest wave, okay? That is it. It cannot be the shortest. It is usually the longest, but it cannot be the smallest, right? Smallest has to be either 1 or 5. And now the theory here that we are in an ABC flat. Is this an ABC flat right over here? I'm just going to leave it that it's definitely a possibility. For an ABC flat, usually from A to B, you want to hit the 1.236, 1.382, 1.236, right? And this is measured like this, right? From this pivot low to the pivot high. On the reverse extension, that would be the kind of target range, which would be in between $21,000 and $22,000 area approximately, right? Give or take a few $100s, round about that area. If you were to take a look at this as an ABC flat, right? Like I mentioned before, if you were to see, this as the Fibonacci is an extremely powerful tool. It's extremely powerful. If this were to be also an ABC flat, right? Which is also the theory that this has been a flat. There has also been, 3 waves up here. That's why this does mean that, hey, this could have been an ABC flat. Inside of the B wave, there's only been 3 waves. You cannot have 5 waves in a B wave, right? So there's only been 3 waves inside of this B flat, this B corrective move. So this is why this theory is also very much valid. If we do take a look at the Fibonacci extension for the C move, right? You need to take a look at the Fibonacci extension from A to B and put it in the reversal. Guess where we bottomed out? Here at 15.5K. In between 1.236 and 1.382. That was where we bottomed out with Fibonacci, guys. Right over here. 1.236, 1.382. It's a common flat target for an ABC flat. So, let's just leave in the cards that this is a possibility. 1.236, 1.382 from ABC flat. What if this time is different, right? Don't want to get people too excited or too bullish. We are accepting that we've broken structure a little bit here, but let's just realize that this is also a possibility where we could see this scenario, guys. Depending on how you count these waves, and this is also very much a valid theory, then, hey, what if the $21,000, $22,000 range is going to be the bottom? If we do take a look at Fibonacci retracement, pivot low to the pivot high, the 618 Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high, the 618 is around about 21,500. So that would make sense as well with this 1382. He's going to leave it like, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. We're just going to leave it as in it's a possibility, right? 618, the most respected Fibonacci level, is right over here also at 21,500. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt, guys. But there are some theories and there's Fibonacci levels, and we can talk about different ABC flats, but the best one is this big one right over here. Anyway, so yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah, it's just looking at levels. It's just understanding Fibonacci as well. I've been the morning here to try and understand where we at with the current cycle. And of course, we have the bearish case scenario that could take us, all the way down to $19,000, right, in this second wave. But there's also the scenario of, hey, what happens if this has been 5 waves up already and this is an ABC flat? Usually a 5th wave, sometimes it can double top, right? If you were to count this like this. Sometimes it can double top. It doesn't usually double top, but sometimes it does get slightly above the 3rd wave, and then, is this it? Are we going to get a deep corrective move here? We could have that count as, and this was the 1st wave up here. So yeah, I mean, this is just it's just a possibility I wanted to share here on a live stream here with you guys. So hopefully 21,500 for me. Yeah, no doubt. It doesn't mean, guys, don't panic. This, if we lose, I know a lot of, basically YouTube, Twitter, everywhere is going to be like, hey, if we lose this neckline of $25,000, it's over for Bitcoin, right? It's over. And this is the moment where people are going to be, they're going to be extremely bearish, basically. They are going to be calling for 15K, 12K, 10K. And this could be the zone where the price is actually going to bottom out, and it's going to get into a rally entering into 2024. It's just, yeah, we need to be a little bit cautious. We are traders as well. We know how to detect bottoms and tops in the Legends community. I gotta say, I missed out, no sugarcoating here. I missed out on the drop, but I did not get wrecked. I did not lose any capital here. The same as this scenario right over here, where I do my trading most of the time are in consolidation levels. They are big moves of $1,000 as well. We can make crazy gains. Nevertheless, we were very good in detecting the bottom and detecting the top. We did short here and we did long here in the Legends community. Whether some people held that trade long enough, we have seen some people in the money shots actually with this huge drop actually holding some of those massive short positions. I got someone here on YouTube today also watching. There's Tom Fi holding a short position from $31,500. We've got Baroning also holding a massive short as well from all the way up here from $30,000. That is good enough. But yeah, absolutely crazy. I personally, for me, it's neutral. I'm more of a day trader, swing trader. Like my trades do last 2, 3, 4 days, maybe, or if not 1 day. And these are neutral events for me, right? These are events that are neutral. I know a lot of people must have got absolutely burnt with these events, guys, and hopefully you haven't. It is time right away to take a look at the comment section, take a look at what is everyone doing. Of course, where I do my trading with most of the Legends community. I know some other people use other exchanges, but my favorite one is Bybit. It's for me the number one. You get $30,000 worth of bonus depending on what you deposit. The thing is, you need to do KYC. And if you don't want to do KYC, you've got Bitflex, which is also a great alternative to trade cryptocurrency. They also have a great bonus here for you. I have a video tutorial on Bitflex down below in the description that I share here, how you can, basically deposit, withdraw, do your trading. Okay, they have also spot trading. All right, so if you don't want to do leverage, they also have spot trading, but also it's a great alternative if you don't want to do KYC, which is basically giving your details, right? So you got that down below in the description, of course, if you want that bonus to claim. Let's go through the comment section and yeah, analyze Bitcoin if you want. On the lower time frames, smash up that like button, guys. If you've enjoyed the stream, if you've enjoyed the theory, come on. I mean, it's the timing is pretty crazy, right? There is a bullish case of this being an ABC flat, so we just need to be cautious. We will be ready in the Legends community to see any sign of strength. Of course, how can we know that this is going to be an ABC flat? Well, we just need to hit the required levels, and we need to see the formation, such as a double bottom, such as a double top, whatever. We know how to detect those levels. This is why we know how to long the bottom. Shlong, I was going to say. This is what Jason Kasper says. We can long here, we can short here. We know how to detect them very, very carefully. So this is also how we're going to manage to detect if we are going to see a bottom formation. Right now with this volatility, I got to say, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. We need formation. We need the low to be tested again. How is this low going to be tested? Is it going to be smashed through, or are we going to fail to do so? Right? Will we see a sign of strength on this? This major level is going to be very important to know if Bitcoin is going to see some strength. So if you do come down here, create the double bottom, that would be obviously a sign of strength. So there's going to be major levels and opportunities to detect here during the next coming days and weeks. So far, we just need to enjoy our trading and be very selective with our trades. And of course, that is on the Legends trading community. That is where I post every single day my analysis, the setups, what could happen. It's basically here in the Legends community, guys. If you want that pure analysis and great risk management on what I'm looking for here for my next trading setups, you want to join the Legends community. Every single day I do put a lot of time in there, guys. Pure education, pure risk management is right there if you want to learn the best possible setups that we can find, being very conservative and very professional on how we select our trades. Is 21k incoming? Pure luck. Lessons learned. Never limit buy market again. This is why we teach this in the Legends community, right? We try to snipe a trade, meaning that we're looking for consolidations, we're looking for reactions, we're looking for levels to be hit. We do not want to put limit orders, despite this was, there was a monthly level here. This month, we've been talking about this support level. 618 Fibonacci. There was a monthly level here as well. Obviously, that's gone off the chart because, it was a big fat nothing level in the end. We want to see the reaction. We had a monthly level. They're usually really huge, and you usually get some kind of a reaction here. There was a monthly level at this range, 27,200. However, I went to sleep and I wake up and we went all the way down to 25k. Yeah, I'm not going to put any limit orders there. No matter how strong, no matter how much confluence there is at a zone, I want to see the reactions. I want to see consolidation. I want to see, swing failure pattern, right? Even swing failure pattern. Monthly level just sliced through. No trade to be taken. We need the consolidation areas. Guys, come on. No limit orders. I know a lot of people must have lost a lot of capital here. Lots of money, guys. I know. These events is where people, just get burnt and they are very pissed off. They are pissed off. There's some guys, there's some legendary traders, of course, that, made an absolute killing with the drop. And some other ones are absolutely burned. They are, a lot of people have woken up today and they're mad. They're very, very cross. They're mad. They've had poor risk management. This is what happens in these events. This is what happens with these massive $4,000-$5,000 moves. There is the good picture where, yes, people making an absolute killing, gains, but there's more people getting absolutely wrecked, guys, in these events. This is why risk management is what keeps you alive. It keeps you trading. It keeps you there. I don't care about these movements. I don't profit from them a lot of the times, but I don't lose from them as well. Very important. I know there's a lot of people underwater as well, trying to add to the position, hoping for the best. We do not hope. We are traders. We manage our risk. We do not hope. We do not add to position. Nobody knows what we're doing. This whole theory about adding to position on trades is just absolutely mad. Anyway, Yup, double bottom. This is clear to do downside. Clear to the downside. 21k coming. Pure luck. Yeah. Bro. If you see the weekly on Bitstamp, the previous bear market, we saw the same the same relief from January to August and then dropped for the next 6 months. It's very much similar, which current time zone and price. Yes, obeyed. This is basically what we have been talking about. We have been talking about this, on Bitstamp, on Coinbase, the timing of the market. We have the exact same timing, looking at, Fibonacci time or not, you just don't need to, but the timing has been the same. These 3 pivot points have taken the exact same time. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, this is why we came with the theory of, we could see a, downside, sideways action for the next 6 months, approximately 6-8 months, right? Round about that range. So we just want to understand that we are probably entering into the best accumulation zone that we have on Bitcoin. Whether the price goes to 10K or not, right? Don't be scared if it does. It's just going to be a great zone. I think too many people want to buy at those levels, so it's unlikely to be hit. But yeah, like I said, we'll be entering a great buying opportunity zone. We are entering right now. So 26K for me is a great buying zone for DCA. 22K also. 19K will be absolutely golden. So, this area is just going to be golden for accumulation for your portfolio. It's my personal opinion, of course. No financial advice ever mentioned here on the channel. But had to limit orders for a long removed one, but the one that was open didn't have stop, got liquidated for the first times as hence. Well, that's fine. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. Akuna, real life TA, perfect example why having stop losses are very important. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, no, exactly. Stay cautious. A lot of people got absolutely wrecked. Well, we have the liquidity data, right? There's been a $1 billion, $1,000 million, guys, in liquidations. That is a lot of money. Even though if you are a whale or not, a lot of people got extremely burnt, guys. Stay cautious. This is why risk management is what keeps us alive. Don't play a silly game of adding to position or putting limit orders while you go to bed, because this is what you're going to have. You're going to have what you want. So you put limit orders on the chart and expect for the best and stuff like that, you're going to get absolutely burnt, guys. Don't trade like that. No financial advice, but hey, been there, done it, cried in bed, lost a bunch of money. It's not happening again. I prefer to make slow, small, consistent gains than, gambling with these massive movements and putting limit orders, guys. Do not do that. You will get burnt sooner rather than later. Should I buy or wait for the speculation drop of price? I did buy a bit of Bitcoin today. I think, now it's time to do aggressive monthly or weekly dollar cost averaging, right? As long as you beneath this high, for example, I think it's just great opportunity. Yes, we could go lower. Yes, we could go up, right? We talked about the possibility of this being an ABC flat and we could recover here in the next coming weeks. But overall, it's a great zone of buying, no doubt. 26K, 24K, 20K. We want to buy the exact bottom, guys, but DCAing is the best. I DCA'd, during 2018, 2019, 2020, and it was buy the dip, but it keeps dipping, right? Buying the dip and it keeps dipping, buying the dip in a loss, then in a win, then in a loss. I didn't care really much because I understood where Bitcoin was going in the future. So, I could only, afford certain amount every single month. And every single month, it was like, I'm putting this amount to buy Bitcoin. I don't care the price, where it is. The end goal for me was buying 1 Bitcoin back in 2018. Once I got to 1 Bitcoin, then I bought 2 Bitcoin, right? So that is the kind of the goal. It doesn't matter where the price is. The end game is how many Bitcoin can you have in your wallet? And for me, it was 1 back in the day. Back in the day, I wanted 1 Bitcoin. I just wanted 1. I don't care how much it is. I want 1 Bitcoin. And then you get the 1 Bitcoin and it's like, yeah, okay, I got 1 now. I want 2. So, that was the kind of mentality that I had here. And it played off really, really well, of course, accumulating those Bitcoin back in the day. Let's, guys, not much to be said. Not much more to be said. I'm tired out now. I've been over an hour in the stream talking about the timing, talking about the situation here, guys, talking about both bullish and the bearish case, but also talking about, you know, the possibility that we're entering a great buying zone here for the next coming months, right? So do you want to wait for lower? Yes, we could possibly. There's high probability that we go lower now at this point, as we have broken the structure here of this uptrend, and everything points out with timing that yes, you know, maybe the bullish trend, the timing has finished, right? We have finished with the bullish trend. It is time for the downtrend to happen, but nevertheless, you know the deal. The uptrend will come at some point in the next coming months, by next year. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Remember, you got those insane cryptocurrency exchanges. It's another way to support the channel as well. My two favorite crypto platforms, Bybit and Bitflex, guys. If you don't want to do KYC, you can sign up in less than 2 minutes just using an email and a password on Bitflex, guys. And you can also buy spot Bitcoin there, okay, and other cryptocurrencies. You got a video tutorial also to learn how to use Bitflex, all right? Thank you very much, everyone. Smash up the like button. If you want those daily analysis and possible setups on what is happening in the market of Bitcoin, you want to join the Legends community. Here's where I spend, you know, many hours doing the analysis and doing, you know, doing basically the analysis to find out where we're at and where we do have the great opportunities, okay? So to turn you into a great conservative, great risk management trader, you want to join the community, guys. That is where you get the top class, top notch information about the analysis on Bitcoin. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.